everyone, welcome to another video, and you join me on a beautifully sunny winter's day. It's pretty cold today here in the UK, hence got the hat on. But you join me for two reasons. First reason, I've got an exciting little gadget to show you. Great value little gadget that I think is going to help you out. It's definitely helped me out, so I'll get into the details of that in a sec. Secondly, I'm in the new car. Well, not so new to me, but probably new to the channel. Thought it was about time to introduce it. So you may recall from a previous video where the X5 met its untimely demise. Untimely being the key word there, so the timing chain snapped. So catastrophic engine failure. Now if you want to see that video, go ahead, check it out. I don't ever want to watch it again because it just brings back too many bad memories. But anyway, so this is the Hyundai. This is the Tucson. It's a 2019 SE Nav model, I believe, which I think is middle of the range. Pretty well spec'd, has most things, has lane assist, which I've turned off for obvious reasons because it's horrendous. I don't like any of those things. And of course it has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, the wired version. But why I'm really here today is when I installed the Android Auto doubled in on the Civic, I had a comment from a subscriber, which was a really valid comment, asking why didn't you do wireless CarPlay? I mean, you can get head units that have wireless functionality, and actually at the time I wanted to have wired because I wanted to charge my phone. But actually after 3 or 4 occasions of where I've left my phone in the car, gone to wherever I'm going and thought, I've left it in the car. I had to go back and get it, and I've done that probably 4 or 5 times, and it is really annoying. So actually wireless CarPlay makes a lot of sense. Now randomly, a few weeks later, I got an email from a company. It's called FBINSE, and they sent me this wireless adapter, which I have sneakily tried already, and it is brilliant actually. So just to be clear, if ever I show a product on this channel, so mainly the products that I purchase are my own purchases, so I can say whatever I like about them. That doesn't change if I get sent stuff, which is very rare. But if a company wants to work with me and sends some product or something to try, I will always give whatever I think. And if it's a negative, then it's a negative. I'll be fair, I'm always fair. But if I genuinely find something is useful and I think it's useful to someone else, I'm going to tell people about it. So this is the little device here, and I have already tried it in the Tucson. But then I was sort of thinking, I wasn't planning on making the Civic wireless straight away. But then I thought, well, maybe one of these works as well. Obviously that's not a factory setup, so this in theory only works with factory setups, but I figured maybe we'll give it a try. If it works, brilliant. So this is a wireless adapter. You've probably seen these before, and this is for vehicles with a wired connection. So this one, you have an auxiliary USB slot there, so you plug your cable into there and then plug your phone in. So what that means is that you are pretty much always attached. Also, I have Android, but my wife has Apple, so this is the Lightning connector. Let's see what you get in this box then. So I've got a little sleeve here. Let's pull that off. Let's see right here. So nice little box, and this is the device itself. This is really neat, really small, lightweight. That's it in the palm of my hand. Sort of a plastic case. A few screws on the back, and then you've got a USB-C and a light on this side. Yeah, nice little unit, really lightweight. You can hide that quite easily if needs be, or take it with you. So if you've got you're going abroad and you've got a hire car, maybe that's a nice thing to take with you. So you also get, I've already tried this before, but you get the USB to USB-C So we'll be using that one because that is the connection that I've got. So we'll chuck that in there for now. You also get a USB-C to USB-C, so that's more relevant for newer cars. I know that's now the pretty standard connection for most new cars. And then you've just got an bit of info there, and then the instruction manual, which I have actually read. I know, being a man, we don't normally read these things, but it's quite interesting. There's a few things in here that are quite important. So just about the power indicator. So that was the little LED just there. So if it's flashing quickly, that means it's ready to connect. So you'll connect via the Bluetooth. If it starts flashing slowly, that means you've connected. Okay, so I'm just gonna start the car so we don't completely knacker the battery. Let's turn that off for a second, and the aircon down, but the heat's up because it is freezing. All right, there's the dash cam booting up. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to get rid of these wires for a second. We are going almost wireless, apart from this wire, of course, and I'll show you just how simple. This took me literally less than a minute. So you plug the USB-C into there, into the little box, and then down there. I don't know whether you can see. Take you out of there. So just plugging in like so, and then you can see we've got the light which is on constantly. Okay, so we go to Bluetooth and we go down. Sorry, find it. It's the FBINSE COM 5B2B. Okay, ask it to pair. It comes up, pair request. Yep, let's pair that. Okay, and now it's flashing. Alright, so this is the initial setup, so you won't have to do this every time. And now it's started to flash slowly and it's connected. Like that. And we're in Android Auto. And then you can see it's really slick. This is using the Tucson's touchscreen as well. So it's got everything you can need. You've got power amp here, which is if you want to play songs. So yeah, really impressed, and it's super simple, right? I mean, that literally took me, I don't know, less than a minute. And that's it down there. So yeah, I'm just going to find an effective storage solution. But actually, I don't necessarily want it in permanently because, well, actually I'll probably get one for this car, but I want to try it in the Civic because if it works in there, I mean, it shouldn't do in theory, but if it does, that's going to be great. So next you'll join me in the Civic and we'll see how that works. All right, welcome to the Civic. Here she is. All right, let's get her started up. Let's have a cold start. Slightly less refined than than the Hyundai, but there you go. So I want to try. We've got the Kenwood doubled in here. So I want to try and connect the FBINSE box, wireless box. I'm not expecting it to work, in all honesty. The main reason is because it doesn't say it would work because it's not a factory setup, but if it does, then amazing. So my cable is in here. So this is my USB-C that I connect my phone to, that I always forget. So if I just put this in here, connect the box. Okay. Alright, we're going to see what we're going to get. So we've got the solid light on the box, which is blinking fast, so that means that it's not connected. Now it's blinking slowly. Okay. If this works, oh my goodness, I think it's going to work. Wow. That's deeply impressive. So what I've now got is a very old iPhone. So this thing's ancient. This is an iPhone 8 Plus. I think in theory it supports CarPlay, so I think it's iPhone 6, wasn't it? It said. So this is a really old device, but I wanted to test it to see if Apple worked as well. So I'm just going to do the same, or a very similar process. Okay, so I've got a message on screen. It says CarPlay message, and on here, so use CarPlay. I don't really see that very well, but it's connected. I think we have CarPlay on screen. Hurrah! And there we have it. So yeah, this is a fresh install again of iPhone, so I haven't even been into the maps. So let me try and enable that now. I've totally forgotten how to use an iPhone. There we go. So I'm doing all this on my phone actually. And there we go. We've got maps. So I'm literally using this for the first time on my phone. As you can see, I've got no internet as well, so there's no SIM card in this phone. But it looks like all the features work, so all the music, for instance. And again, it's really slick actually. I mean, you've got to remember that this touchscreen, the Kenwood touchscreen and the Hyundai one, aren't perfect anyway, but actually it's really responsive. You know, this is happening wirelessly. So this is the phone and this is the unit. So there we go. I think that's a great success. The only thing I need to figure out is the switching between. I think switching the Bluetooth off on either phone might be the way forward. So I just need to figure out what to do there. But all in all, really impressed, and the fact it's all wireless, and I can in the Civic, I can literally just leave it in there now and forget it. So that can stay in there, and then I've just got my phone on me. So what are my final thoughts of the product? Well, to be honest, it fits seamlessly straight into the lifestyle, so I think it's going to work really well. I think, you know, it's even worth having one in the other car as well. But you could just transfer it from car to car, and if you travel a lot, you know, you're in a hire car or something, you take it on holiday, as long as the car's compatible, then yeah. And I think at the cost as well, it's super cheap. I think it's less than £30 at the moment, around that mark. And the guys at FBINSE have sent me a link. So there's a link to the Amazon page if you're in the UK, but you can also use their international site. If you use the code GSDRIVE, put the link in the description, you'll get a bit of money off as well. So like I say, I only ever recommend products that I find useful and well worth it, so I can thoroughly recommend it. And I guess this time of year, we're getting to that festive time of year, so perfect price point for a gift. So if you know someone that's got wired CarPlay or Android Auto, then it's a perfect gift for them. So yeah, I just want to thank the lovely people at FBINSE for sending it and giving me a chance to review it, but I can thoroughly recommend it. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Any comments, leave them down below, and I'll catch you on the next one.